Hey everyone, Laci here with Vanessa Hill of PBS's Braincraft!
Hi everybody, Noah here, look at a crazy Laci video!
There are a lot of people with opinions about gender, but today we science, and I hear you do some sciencing now and then, Vanessa.
You could say that.
Okay, so as you've probably gathered, this is going to be a video response to Laci Green, and her latest video on our MTV Braless channel, Is Your Brain Sexist?, which she co-hosts, I think to give it that kind of air of scientific authenticity, with Vanessa Hill, who hosts her own channel on YouTube. And I checked out her credentials, has a bachelor's degree in psychology and a master's degree in science communication. I'll leave you to decide whether that is sufficient qualification to make her an expert or otherwise. But what I'm going to do then is to play you a little clip, and then I've got a few criticisms to make, play you another clip, and then we get on to the main criticism of this video. So I'll play you the first clip. In the meantime, I'm going to take this hat off before my brain boils.
So the old saying goes, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. And there's a lot of debate about this, right? Is there such a thing as a female brain or a male brain?
Well, it's difficult to categorize a brain as either male or female. So let's say you cut a brain open and you look at two parts, you wouldn't be able to say if it was male or female or even from a transgender or gender neutral person.
Right.
There's a small difference in one of our areas of the brain, the corpus callosum. It connects your two hemispheres, and it's slightly bigger in women, but we can't really infer anything on how your brain functions from that.
Okay, just sort the old hair out there maybe first off. I've not got a lot of it left, so I've got to make the most of what I have got. This isn't the bit that I really wanted to major on, because a lot of this is covered in the comments underneath the video, often with people who claim credentials in this area, saying that Vanessa's talking an absolute load of hogwash. Bear in mind what she's claiming, that structurally there are hardly any differences between male and female brains, and the difference that we can see, we can't really infer anything on the basis of that. Let me read you a couple of things here that disagree with that. One is Sex Differences in Psychology page of Wikipedia, which says the following. In the cerebral cortex, it has been observed that there is greater intralobe neural communication in male brains and greater interlobe neural communication in female brains. In the cerebellum, the region of the brain that plays an important role in motor functions, males show higher connectivity between hemispheres and females showed higher connectivity within hemispheres. This potentially provides a neural basis for previous studies that showed sex-specific difference in certain psychological functions. Females on average outperform males on emotional recognition and non-verbal reasoning tests, while males outperform females on motor and spatial cognitive tests. Now, there are some links given there. I had a look at the links and they were all quite interesting. Let me read you one of them out. A new brain connectivity study from Penn Medicine published today in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found striking differences in the neural wiring of men and women that's lending credence to some commonly held beliefs about their behaviour. In one of the largest studies looking at the connectomes of the sexes, Regina Verma, PhD, an associate professor in the Department of Radiology at the Perelman School of Medicine at the University of Pennsylvania, and colleagues found greater neural connectivity from front to back and within one hemisphere in males, suggesting their brains are structured to facilitate connectivity between perception and coordinated action. In contrast, in females, the wiring goes between the left and right hemispheres, suggesting that they facilitate communication between the analytical and intuition. Okay, this carries on. It shows you a nice little diagram there, just to highlight what they were looking at. This seems to go against what Vanessa was saying. I don't know if she's got some ulterior motive in downplaying this, or whether she doesn't have access to Wikipedia, or whether she has some scientific expertise that naysays all of this. I do not know. But let's just take them at face value and pretend that everything they say is true, and that we can look at male brains and female brains and we can't see the first difference whatsoever. Well, let's listen to what they have to say next.
So if there's no such thing as a female or a male brain then, what's going on with differences that we see in people's behavior?
So the differences we see in people's behavior are mostly a result of our environment and not our biology.
Which then goes on to produce stereotypes.
So I don't know if I'm the only one who watched that part of it and just scratched my head at the incredible leap of logic there. But when I looked in the comments under the video, I couldn't see anybody making the point that I just wanted to grab hold of my monitor and shake and shout at my monitor, which is that there are differences between males and females in terms of their brain, whether those differences are innate or whether those differences are learned as a result of environment. I know that and they know that. They even said, Laci says, so what explains these differences in behaviour? So unless Laci thinks those differences in behaviour are caused by our liver or our kidneys or our big toes, she accepts that those differences in behaviour are caused by our brains. So all we know from this is if we believe what Vanessa says, our ability to interrogate and to study the brain is not sophisticated enough to tell us in what ways male and female brains differ. And if we don't know in what ways male and female brains differ, and they must differ if we have these differences, then how can we assign it? How can they make this leap and say, well, because we can't see the differences, we should just assume that these differences are as a result of environment? Can you not see what a fucked up leap of logic that is? It really kind of frustrated me that it wasn't mentioned in comments. Look, I know that the MTV Braless series is made for adolescent morons, but come on, if you're going to put science at the start of the video, surely you've got to do a little bit more towards the viewer than that. Well, that's pretty short but sweet, this one. Thank you for watching. I'll link you to the original video so you can go and have a look at it, and bye for now.